Adler was a psychologist in the early 1900s, and his theory was that a lot of the experiences we had in childhood affect every part of our being to this day, right? It kind of etches in. That's what the subconscious is. Subconscious is the thinking, the actions, the decisions without you actually knowing. So it's your posture without you knowing, it's the breathing pattern, it's your thoughts, it's the things that you do without thinking, right? Grabbing something like a chocolate cake without actually thinking logically, is this really good for me? That's the subconscious, right? So these patterns are developed from early age, and they just keep getting ingrained as the years go by. So if you've never actually heard of the subconscious and you're 20, 30, 40 years old, there's a good chance that you're doing things that aren't really serving you because you just haven't thought logically about everything you're doing and thinking and deciding, right? Now, his theory is saying that to unwind that, you have to go back to the childhood trauma. Jax, you have to go back, right? You have to go back and you have to make peace. Make peace and forgive. Because any type of resentment or any kind of unhealed trauma eats you up inside, slowly but surely. And if you let that go way too long, you're asking for trouble, because it's emotional stress that you don't consciously know, and the emotional stress keeps tolling up, and then eventually it causes diseases. It doesn't cause disease straight away. Now, you can read a book called The Subtle Body if you think I'm talking shit, and it kind of clearly lays out with science that any type of stress can cause disease over time. When you've got emotional stress which you don't know about because you can't see it, feel it, can't be proven by science, that takes a toll and that can be dangerous. So you have to get it early, right? Nab it early, Jax, and then make peace with it. You have to consciously go and make peace with the trauma that if you've had trauma in the childhood, right? That's just, you just have to. Now, if you had just a, stock standard, pretty good childhood, well, good on you. Like, you're lucky, but that's still an issue because, going through, our forefathers went through war, the Great Depression, famine, maybe, some pretty hard shit times, right? Now, it's unfortunate, but there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of conservative decisions and thoughts that get passed on to us just the way it is. Our parents got it passed down to them, and we get it passed down to us. That's just unfortunately how the psyche works. Now, so if you didn't have trauma, there's nothing for you to undo. Okay, great. But there is habits, decisions, thoughts that you need to redo, because fear definitely, and being conservative for sure, is definitely still present in everyone. So we have to break away from that, step into courage, step into expression, step into that higher version of yourself, step into just not giving a fuck about what anyone thinks and just saying and doing what you want. Really getting clear, get silent, sit in silence, connect with your soul, and just really find out who you are and what you want. What do you want to dress like? What do you want to do with your life? What do you want to wake up to, and what do you want to look like? What do you want to think? All this stuff, you got to connect with your soul. So that's the only real way to know who you really are. And then once you get a good idea who that is, you don't let fear paralyze you from expressing that to the world. You get out there and you show everyone. And you'll be fulfilled, you'll be fully satisfied, and you'll be content. You don't need the flashy objects and the shiny lights. You just need to know you've got your feet firmly planted into the earth. Nothing can just blow you over. Nothing in life can. Because you're certain who you are. You're certain what you're here to do. You know in your whole heart that this is who you are. And that's where you live a good life.